Hey everybody, so we are on the road
and we've stopped in Festus, Missouri. We're at the Four Brothers Meadery. We're here with Dan, one of the head mead makers, or one of the mead makers here at the meadery. You got a question for Dan? Yeah.
Yeah, so the biggest thing I have, because we see so many, veterans will get out and they'll get a brewery going, or as we talked, the sticker shop or a gun shop or whatever. Why me?
Man, well, first off, it's awesome to see you guys out here. I appreciate you.
It's an honor. It's an honor for you guys to let us do this.
Yeah.
We've been looking forward to this for a while, and just things have never lined up until now.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to your question, but we take care of our veteran brothers and sisters here, so it's awesome to see you guys. But so why me? We get that question a lot, and for me, it has a lot to do with my heritage and also my level of nerdiness. So I'm a big history nerd, and I did the whole genealogy stuff, and and it ties into I did the whole DNA thing too. So for me, I am very much, in fact, I think it was like 99.9% northwestern Europe, and then it broke it down into the other regions as well, right? So, and basically it was, your Scandinavia, of course, your Britannia, which is UK and the Isles, and northern Europe, like Netherlands, Germany, France, all of the whole, all around the Black Sea and the region, or North Sea. So I really liked Norse mythology, before I even got into all this, and along with the genealogy and the DNA, and it really kind of tied into who I was, and mead is a big part of that culture, right? So that's what first got me tied into mead, and then my brothers, the other three brothers, and the other three guys, they got back from a triangle of deployments with Iraq and Afghanistan. We came back and started hanging out, drinking some mead, and it was something that we couldn't really find. Like, we wanted to make our own mead, kind of like you guys were talking about as well at some point, but we wanted to find a mead that didn't taste like a wine. I didn't want to put sulfites. I didn't want to put artificial flavoring, coloring additives, and I just wanted it to be like my ancestors would have done 1,000 years ago. Honey, water, and a little bit of the yeast to ferment, right? And that's it. That's what we wanted to do, make a truly traditional. There's a whole handful of additives you can put in for clarity and legs and all that BS and stuff. We wanted to make it freaking like
Very traditional.
very traditional, right? So that's what we set out to do, and that's what we're still doing. I understand that we're very much against the grain for the mead industry, because they'll make it look pretty, they'll add, artificial flavoring and stuff to get that flavor you really want. But, for us, really the true craft is trying to get those flavors out of the real thing, out of just.
And I know it's a challenge to get it out of some of them. The strawberry one especially, it's difficult to get it right because everyone is expecting the fake strawberry flavor, and it's not like that at all. Because that's what I was expecting when I tried it the first time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that, and I was very pleasantly surprised. It's very good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and that's what we got to tell people here too. So ours are all 16% ABV, and they don't use any artificial anything. So you have the delicate nature of the fruit itself and the high alcohol. So that first sip of any of these you try is always going to be more of like an acclimation to the palate. It's like, all right, what the heck am I drinking here? And then after it kind of coats the palate, that second, third, fourth sip, that's when those flavors, really start to kind of emerge, right? Because it's the real thing, it doesn't hit you like a Jolly Rancher or something, or like but yeah, man. So that's how we really got started into mead, is just it tied into my Northern Germanic tribe history and Norse culture, and took off from there.
Well, I think that was really our big question. I think you ready to move on to the next leg now?
Yeah, man. I can. You guys know about old flavors, I assume, right?
We've tried them all.
Yeah.
Several times over. Not every bottle has made it onto the show, but I guarantee you every bottle has made its way down our throat.
Yeah. Well, we've got our traditional mead here, man, which is the base for all of the flavors.
Okay.
And so there are 3 ingredients in this bottle, and that is it. Honey, water, and the yeast, which naturally kind of gets filtered off. We don't do any high press filtering, which is why our meads are more cloudy. It's got the full body, full flavor.
Which is what you would expect from a traditional Viking style
Right. And then we'll take that traditional, we'll age them in orange peels.
Okay.
Again, just orange peels. Yes. And then we got blackberries. Again, just the blackberries. This one's the strawberry one. Like you said, it was a little delicate, but after you really that flavor starts to emerge on the second, third sips. This one here is our apple pie. And then we have the maple, of course. We partner with the sap, the Yggdrasil sap. So we partner with a veteran-owned business, Summit Maple Farm, out of Vermont.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so they've got their own trees on their property. It comes taps right off their trees into the boil house, and it gets sent right to us. Wow. And that's it. That's really cool. So straight from Vermont. And then of course we have our Heimdall's Horn, which is like a fall spice flavor, and then our coffee mead, which we partner with another veteran business, Got Your Six Coffee, Springfield.
Do you want to rep me a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
So please, by all means, this is of course big for all of us. They're both veterans. I'm still in, and if we can help each other out, we do. So
Yeah. So this is, and I work behind too many planes in my so who'd you say?
Phoebe.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
It's all good, though.
Man. So I was active duty Air Force, and I worked on the flight line every freaking day, behind cargo, large cargo craft with engines still rolling, man. I probably lost down in the engine right now. I can't. But yeah, so veterans, referring veterans, VRV. They are, think of them like an Angie's List for veteran-owned businesses around the globe, really. Most of them are in the United States. There are some veteran-owned businesses for guys who are stationed, in Germany and around the world too. But yeah, you can go to veteransreferringveterans.com and you can sort by what type of service you're looking for, what state you're in, and what services are in that state. And they've got a whole online social media presence, which is really cool. It's a pretty neat little community of people.
Well, I guess I'm gonna head over and take a little tour real quick, and
Let's do it.
all right.
Sounds like a plan.
Go ahead and pause that. Good.
All right. Well, we're inside where all the work happens.
Yeah, so I'll give you guys a little walkthrough of how the operation goes. Mind the mess too. We try to keep it as clean as we can. So it all starts right here with these 3 tanks.
Okay.
These are our primary fermentation tanks. So we'll start primary in these. And of course, that's where the main conversion to alcohol happens, is in the primary.
Right.
And then after full fermentation has occurred, we'll rack all 3 of them over into secondary, into this 1,000 gallon right here. and then start a new batch here. So it's a continual line, a continual process. And then we have another tertiary stage of fermentation where it gets any final elements that yeast that are still consuming, and everything is settled to the bottom. Of course, these tanks are designed to take the good stuff and leave the least behind. And then we'll move it to third stage. From here, then we'll go into our flavoring tanks. And we have probably 18 to 20 flavoring tanks, 100 gallons apiece right now. And that's where we'll break out our different flavors for our distribution and set up sales.
Very nice.
And then, of course, we've got our bottling line, our labeling, waxing station down there.
So on a typical day, when you guys wrap up your final, I guess, on the day that you're getting ready to bottle one of these tanks, how does that whole process work? You just open the tank up, hook it up to the line, and run it through the bottling machine?
Pretty much, yeah. So we're not fully automated, just yet, of course. But so what we'll do is we'll roll our bottling system, bottling corking, to each place as of now.
Makes it easy because it's got wheels.
Right. Yeah, and you're exactly right. So we'll just hook up to the ports on the tank, and bottle from there, and then we'll send them down this line here where they'll go to labeling and waxing.
It's 4 bottles at a time?
Yep.
Yeah.
4 bottles at a time. We could do about a case.
So what is the thing on the other side of it? Is that where it just takes the bottle and...
So that's the 4 ports you see there for the filling, and then that's the cork.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can
Very
do.
cool.
Yeah, we'll cork 1 at a time. So as of right now, this is where we're at. Of course, the next level is to go to the step up in automation.
Right.
But when you start a business from scratch.
It takes a little while.
It takes a while. You build up. I mean, we literally started this with $20 in our pocket. We bought the first 1-gallon carboy, and then doubled that to 2 1-gallons, then to 4.
Yep.
And that's how you do it. So I never. Yeah, this is it. So we're, we ship pretty much coast to coast, except for California, of course. But
yeah. Very cool. Well, Dan, we really do appreciate you letting us come in and do this with you guys. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Like I said, Craig and I have been looking forward to this for quite some time. Craig, if you want to hand off the camera to our associate there.
Yeah, pretty fun.
no problem, man.
Absolutely, real fun. Thank you so much for letting us come in.
Absolutely,
and
guys.
terrorize you a little bit.
It's all good.
It's been great to see all this and get a little rundown on how everything does. It's awesome. And please, by all means, if you're watching this, go check out Four Brothers, see what they're doing, and see how it's done.
You've seen us cover them several times over the channel, so if you guys get the chance, definitely come inside, check out the actual mead tasting room where you can, have mead on tap. You can check out the throne room as we did. We will post pictures later.
Here in the St. Louis area, it's 35 minutes away. Come down and check them out.
Fast drive down.
All right. Yep. So, well, as always,
Be great to one another.
drink responsibly.
Skøl.
Skøl.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, very nice.